Hello everyone, happy Chanukah. The holiday of Chanukah is probably one of the most misunderstood holidays, and the holiday that is probably most intermingled with American culture. Danning the dreidel, gift giving, the Chanukah bush, etc. To explain what Chanukah is, we have to travel back to the Dor HaMabul, the generation of the flood. The year is 1656 on the Hebrew calendar, 2106 BCE. When the floodwaters finally receded, Noach and his family and all the animals were able to leave the Teva, the ark. Noach planted a vineyard, made wine, and got drunk. See the story in Bereshit in Genesis 9, chapter 9, verses 20 through 27. One of Noach's sons, Ham, made fun of Noach, while his other two sons, Shem, taking the initiative, with Yefet following closely behind, covered up their father's nakedness. For this, Hashem blessed Shem and Yefet, but cursed Ham. It says, Yafet Elokim liyafet v'yishkon be'alei Shem. God will make Yafet beautiful, and he will dwell in the tents of Shem. So what is this beauty of Yafet? We know that the descendants of Yafet was Yavan, which is the Hebrew word for Greece. So how do we know that Greece is beautiful? How do we know that Yavan is beautiful? The answer comes from a Mishnah in Masechet Megillah, in Tractate Megillah, that says that a Torah scroll can be written in only two languages, Hebrew and Greek. The book of Daniel describes 4 types of creatures, in which Chachamim, the sages, say that they represent each of the 4 exiles that the Jews went through, are going through, and that they will go through. The first one was Galut Bavel, the Babylonian exile. That is the time period that the first Beit HaMikdash was destroyed, the first holy temple. The second exile was called Galut Paras Umadai, the Persian and the Media exile. That took place between the two Batei HaMikdash, between the two holy temples, which is, as we know, the Purim story. The third Galut, the third exile, was Galut Yavan, the Greek exile, which was during the time period of the second Beit HaMikdash, while the second Holy Temple was standing. And the final Galut, the last exile, is the one that we're currently in today, the longest of the exiles, Galut Edom Viromi, the Roman exile, and that is still going on today. When Jacob saw the ladder in his dream, he saw malachim, angels, going up and down the ladder. The Midrash, the homiletic stories and interpretation explain that Jacob saw the malach, the angel of Babylon, going all the way up the ladder and fall down. He then saw the angel of Persia and Media, Paras and Madai, go even higher on the ladder and then fall back down. He then saw the angel of Greece, Yavan, go even higher than the last two, and then fall all the way down too as well. Finally, saw the Malach of Edom and Romi, of the Romans, go all the way up and up and up and up and up and up, and it didn't fall down like the others. Yaakov then got very worried, and he wondered how long that exile would last. And in fact, that exile is still going on today. So what is it that makes the Greek exile, the Galut Yavan, different than all the other exiles? The answer is that the Beit HaMikdash, the Holy Temple, was still standing. The Yavanim, the Greeks, might have defiled it, right? It said that they put pigs and they slaughtered the pigs all over, and they smashed all the oil, and they defiled everything. They made everything impure. But it was still standing. They didn't destroy it. And also the Jews were still in Israel. They weren't exiled to another land. Now, if the Holy Temple was still standing, and the Jews were still in Israel, then how is this considered an exile? How is this galut? So to this we look to a pasuk, a verse in Bereshit, in Genesis, chapter 1, verse 2. Tohu vavohu v'choshech al pnei tehom. Unformed and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. This is about the creation of the world. The Midrash, the homiletic teaching, says that each word of this verse represents a different exile. Tohu is unformed, is Galut Bavel, is the Babylonian exile. Vavohu, which is void, is Galut Paras Umadai, the the Persian exile. V'choshech, darkness, that's Galut Yavan, the Greek exile. And Al Pnei Tehom, upon the face of the deep, is Galut Edom V'Romi. That's the exile of the Romans. So why is Galut Yavan, the Greek exile, darkness? Didn't we just say before that Greece is beautiful? Hashem made them beautiful. Yafet Elokim liyafet. We saw that pasuk before. So to find the answer, we look to Rav Hirsch's essay titled Judaism, Hellenism, and Rome. Cham is about heat and warmth. That is Rome. Life is all about pleasure, hedonism, food, women, instant gratification, passion. If it feels good, you do it. This is the animalistic side of man. Yafet strives for more. He looks for beauty. This teaches us that there's more to life than just pleasure. One can strive for beauty and perfection. This is Greece. They appreciated art and beauty, and they gave over that appreciation to us. But the Greeks were missing something. They saw man at the center of the world, not God. Shame is all about mankind connecting to Hashem. Shame, like Hashem, God. Man can strive for more. Not man-centered, but God-centered. Yavan, Greece, is beautiful and can be brought into the world. And there's a place for that in Judaism. But it can't stop there. We still need to be God-centered. If you have good things, you may think that that's it, that's everything, just man. But that's darkness, that's choshech. This also explains why the galut, the exile, was in Eretz Yisrael, in the land of Israel. Because it was more of a spiritual kind of exile, not a physical one. It was the hardest of the exiles because it slowly creeps in and while you're still at home. It's like when you're on the way home from school or work around this time of the year, and you know it gets dark while you're in the bus or in the car around 5 o'clock here on the East Coast. And it was light when, or 4 o'clock rather, between 4 and 5. And it was light when you left. So the next day you stare out the window like really intently to see like at that point where it gets darker, you can see it slowly getting darker. But no matter how hard you stare and concentrate, no matter how long you look, you don't realize that it's dark or getting darker until it's already dark out. On Purim, Haman tried to kill us physically. So we celebrate with physicality. We eat and we drink. But on Chanukah, it's all spiritual. There isn't even a mitzvah, a commandment to have a suda, a meal. We light candles because a flame is the most spiritual and the most physical thing that there is. Usually, earth pulls everything down due to gravity. But a flame rises. It defies gravity. The Yevanim, the Greeks, they didn't want to destroy Torah. They had 70 Zakanim, they had 70 elders translate the Torah because they wanted to learn it. They wanted to learn it. They knew that it was knowledge. When we celebrate a holiday, we're not celebrating something that happened a long time ago. On Thanksgiving, we celebrate an event that happened way back when. Jewish holidays are not like this. People tend to draw timelines as one never-ending line in both directions. But that's wrong. We should be drawing it as a coil, like so, with every 15th of Nisan lining up. Because every 15th of Nisan, no matter what year it is, it's Pesach, right? Passover. This is spiritual. Even before Yetziat Mitzrayim. So let's say this was Yetziat Mitzrayim. These 15th of Nisan were connected and they were spiritual. And this one, this is, let's say, this year's 15th of Nisan. Or even later down the coil. Every 15th of Nisan is special. Every time from the Exodus of Egypt. Even from before. We say many times on Pesach, Zman Cherutenu. This is the time of our freedom. Now is the time of our freedom. Because this is the time that we're free. It's not just a remembrance, it's an element of inspiration. As we said before, Chanukah is so intermingled with Xmas. You know, we have the Chanukah bush and gift giving, etc. But on Pesach, you never see egg rolls on the lawn of your local Young Israel. Chanukah has been robbed from us. The Yevanim, the Greeks, told the Jews, Kitvu lachem al keren hashor she'ein chelek be'elokei Yisrael. Write for yourselves on the horn of the ox that you have no portion with the God of Israel. Joseph, is compared to an ox in the Torah. So the Greeks were telling us that Yosef was handsome and he was into beauty and perfecting mankind. The Greeks said to us, why are you any better than us? You worship beauty too. Look at Joseph. Look at Yosef. So the answer is, where do beauty and Hashem come together? In Eretz Yisrael, in the Beit HaMikdash, in the Holy Temple in Israel. The Beit HaMikdash, the Holy Temple, was beautiful, all covered with gold, silver, colors, etc., cloth. But it was all for Hashem. Yosef was called a tzaddik, a righteous person in the Torah. Now, if you take the Hebrew letter tzaddik and you add it in front of the word Yavan, Greece, you get the word Zion, Zion, the place where the beauty of Greece and the tzidkut, the righteousness of Yosef, come together. Everyone have a Chanukah Sameach, and I can't wait to see you guys really soon. Sun is beautiful and can be brought into the world. You guys are jerks.
I didn't do anything.
Hi everyone, happy Chanukah, Chanukah, let's light the menorah. Oh shoot, it's recording.